Hey everyone, I hope this video finds you well. I just want to let you know that my mic cuts out about like the 3-minute, 30-second mark, and I just felt like I should give a warning for that. Anyways, enjoy the video and thank you for watching. I've been thinking about Eustass Captain Kid ever since Shanks introduced him to the peaks of Conquerors, armament, and observation hockey all at once outside of Elbaf. I've never been the biggest Kid fan, but the amount of people calling him useless has slowly begun to bother me over the last year or so. The term useless is always thrown around with him, and I've always found it to be quite amusing, but inaccurate. Kid boasts a nasty devil fruit with a wide range of usefulness, and has the power to lock down an opponent the likes of Kaido and Big Mom. I want to take some time today to talk about how Kid is not useless. During the rooftop battle on Onigashima, one thing I noticed about Kid is that he is taking a lot of the same type of hits as Luffy. He took a Tenjin Blast to the face, and the new attack homie called Fulgora. It was a homie named Hera who shot a massive bolt of lightning that shot Kid from the rooftop to the second floor of the castle. He also got straight punched in the face by Big Mom, which looked awful. On the rooftop, Kid managed to suplex Kaido, smash Kaido with a slam fist called Punk Gibson and Punk Vice. He engineered a device to hold Zeus from supporting Big Mom, and he made a brace to hold Big Mom in place with a harpoon gun to lure her into the said brace. Kid is a tank through and through, and he has a health pool that is frankly ridiculous. To recount more damage he took from Big Mom, he took a direct hit from an enlarged Napoleon, and he tanked all of Misery, and I think he stayed on his feet while doing so. When he isn't taking damage, it's because he has Devil Fruit constructs to body block for him. This is a crazy useful talent because one of his attacks that narrowly missed him was a Hakoku Sovereignty from Big Mom. Another was a Gust Blade from Kaido, the same type that cut Kiku's arm clean off. Some things to praise Kid for: listening to Zoro explain Ryu, Despite being with Luffy in Udon, he didn't pick up on Ryu, and it takes some balls to admit that. He also later gave a deep thanks to Zoro for taking the brutal Conquest of the Seas attack, and honestly, that kind of reverence is very, very cool to me because no one else thanked him. His quick builds lead to the most pivotal moments, like trapping Zeus and throwing Big Mom off of the rooftop. The Punk Cornadillo is my favorite Kid attack. I love how it was not only capable of moving Big Mom, but it actually shattered her arm from the outside, which literally no one else in the entire series has managed to pull off. You look at Capone Gang Beej and Caesar, and they had to use the KX poison, and even then, that had to, they had to lower her hockey guard with like emotional trauma, whereas Kid just actually like took a bunch of scrap metal, made a gigantic bull, and just hit Big Mom with it. And it crushed her arm. She had to use her soul to bring back chunks of it. Not only did Kid manage to earn Big Mom's respect, but he also instilled a fear in her when he blasted her with his damn punked laser beam. And even before that, Kid used his awakening to keep Big Mom consistently occupied. He buried her in rubble, and he dropped an entire floor of debris on her head, and even changed her polarity to stick her to a building. More often than not, the person boxing Big Mom was Kid. Law needed Kid so that he could dart around and use his D&D rogue type fighting style, and honestly, Kid may not have had heavy damage and may not have certainly did a bunch of, like vital organ and rib snapping like Law was, doing to Big Mom, but he certainly did a lot of heavy lifting, and he kept Big Mom totally occupied to the point where she just couldn't ignore him. She couldn't just slap him away and ignore him. His health pool and his Devil Fruit mastery got him to where he is, but his lack of strategy could cost him the fight like it did against Shanks. I made a convenient little chart graph here, and as you can see, the brain is the smallest part of the pie chart. He has stamina, health, Devil Fruit mastery, but he really falls short in strategy. It's so hard that it's basically crippling for him. And it's not just him, it's those around him that are affected by how cripplingly dumb his strategy is. He's so arrogant and foolhardy and stupid, but useless is something he's just not. Kid was done dirty in Elbaf, and he needed to, learn a lesson, which is fine. The lesson is listen to Killer, because Killer is much smarter than you. He told you not to mess with Shanks. A couple other things I want to bring up on the rooftop specifically. Kid smashing Kaido with his Punk Vice, Kaido gave him like a grade, and that made me laugh because Kaido didn't really grade anyone else but Luffy and Zoro. So if you think about it, the three people that Kaido was impressed with the most were Luffy, Zoro, and Kid. When Kid smashed him with the Punk Vice, it was Punk Vice first. When he did Punk Vice, Kaido was like, not bad, but it needs more mass, and that was a horrible Kaido impression. But I thought that was great because there was some bone cracking, and Kaido stumbled a little bit. He didn't bleed like Luffy made him bleed, but good attack. But later on, when he grabbed Kaido, like I brought up earlier, he grabbed Kaido and smashed him down with a Punk Gibson. That suplex on Kaido is crazy because of how big is Kaido. So Kid is a Devil Fruit user capable of using his scrap metal to pick up constructs and move Yonko level opponents like Big Mom and Kaido around. Physically move them around the battlefield. That is an immense power to have. And again, with the pie chart I have, his health pool is ridiculous. He is just taking hit after hit, nasty hits. I mean, you're taking a Hakoku sovereignty and getting blasted across all of Onigashima and, body blocking with your constructs. Kid is just awesome. And like his devil fruit is what makes him awesome, but then his crippling stupidity is also what just makes him stupid, and just a fail. He had to be the fall guy. And, I'm not, like I said, I'm not the biggest Kid fan. I got some Kid merch. I'm going to throw it up here really quick. I think he's a great Devil Fruit user, and there's always got to be a guy that has to lose. I'm sorry, Kid, it had to be you. But at the end of the day, are you useless? Is Captain Eustass Kid useless? No, he's not. Very good Devil Fruit user, a very powerful tank, someone very useful to have in your corner, but you have to make him listen to you because he's more of a liability than Luffy. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. What did you guys think? Do you guys think he's still useless, or did I manage to shed a little bit of light on the prospect of Kid? Have a good one, guys.